Welcome back. The Utopia Club of Ozark has headed into a brand new adventure with the Ozark High School FFA. And joining us now with all the details are all these lovely ladies. We've got Debbie, Connie, Lauren, Olivia, and Eden. Good morning, everyone. How are we all feeling?
Good morning.
Good morning. We're feeling great.
Well, you have brought sunshine and flowers and spring into our studio this morning, so I'm very excited about this. Why don't we start with you two? Tell me about the Utopia Club of Ozark. What is this? What do people need to know?
Well, the Utopia Club is a women's organization, and it's a philanthropic type of organization where all the funds that we bring in are given out to organizations in Ozark and charity causes. We give to children, to seniors, to others. We help deliver meals. So
Oh my gosh.
we get very involved.
Yeah.
And we're all volunteers.
Okay.
And that's the greatest thing. No paid individual.
I love that.
in
How
our
incredible is
organization.
that? Yes. Okay, and so obviously you've entered into this brand new adventure with the
Right.
Ozark FFA. How did this idea come about?
Well, we do the Ozark craft fair
Okay.
in October, and
Yeah.
so we're pretty good at doing a craft fair because we
Sure.
have 300 plus vendors down there. So some of the ladies thought, well, why don't we, there's really not anything going on in the springtime. So they came up with this idea to do Ozark Spring Market. And then I was chatting with one of the FFA teachers, Jeremy Cisco, who's not here with us today, but we were talking about, well, could we do the craft, the plant sale, the greenhouse sale? Is that what y'all call it? The greenhouse sale, which has been going on for a very long time, and the gals can tell you a lot more about that. But we're like, that would bring customers to them and customers to us. So we're going to have like over 95 booths inside, and they're going to have, I don't know how many plants, they can tell you more, but this is just a sampling of how beautiful they are. And they raise really healthy plants that are just gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to the plants in just one second. One more question for you all. What kind of vendors can we expect then at this event that you all kind of help with?
Well, we have jewelry, we have woodwork, like
Okay.
some trays.
We have baked goods. We basically have goods and vendors who are going to serve, Mother's Day is coming up
Yeah,
and Father's
great
Day.
idea, yeah.
And we want to make sure that they're selling products that
Yeah.
are going to help everyone.
Yeah, moms and
And
dads deserve to be taken care of.
unlike the craft show where we have the vendors have mostly handmade goods, this is going to be all types of goods that
Yeah.
are going to be available.
A good variety. I love
Absolutely.
And clothing too.
And
and
clothing.
We gals like clothing.
that. Yeah. So all I hear
And
is
jewelry.
options, options, options. And like you said,
Right.
Mother's Day is very close, so it's a great way to take care of that. Okay, you guys, before we get into the plants, tell us about your FFA chapter over at Ozarks High School.
Well, like we just said, we're the largest in Missouri. We have a community that supports us really well and a school that supports us really well to truly venture out and do things from all over the board, from plants to horses or cattle. We do it all.
Yeah, and I can tell you guys are very passionate about this. You're also bright and smiley this morning. So, okay, tell us about the plants and kind of the plant sale, how this works and all that.
So the plant sale we've been doing for 17 years, and prior to that it was run by our science and botany club.
Okay.
We have a couple different greenhouse classes who go out and spend an hour and a half just watering plants, fertilizing them, taking clippings off plants to duplicate, and we just spend a lot of time out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you guys love so much about kind of being involved in all of this?
I think it's a really neat opportunity for a lot of different people, from kids that can't do it at home. They can do it there, and we get to see our hard work from the fall turn out to the spring, and a lot of people come out and support us.
Yeah. I'm curious then, too, you said something that really stuck with me, which was getting the experience they wouldn't maybe get somewhere else. They have this now with the FFA and getting to experience it in this way. What kind of skills do you feel like you're taking on now that are going to prep you post-high school? Because you're learning a lot of real world and real life kind of traits and skills by being a part of this.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that in our FFA chapter, not only just through the plants, but also all of the other sort of community outreach things that we do,
Yeah.
it provides an opportunity for even elementary school kids that come and do field trips and things like that, and leadership opportunities for our officers, and then like all sorts of judging teams where you get to go like witness new animals and things like that that you wouldn't otherwise get to see.
Yeah, I think that's pretty special, especially at the high school level. So, okay, the plants, they're going to be at this indoor market April 5th. So this is just an idea. How many plants are you going to have? Do you know?
We have thousands of different plants, like not thousands of different plants, but thousands of plants and so many different varieties of each.
Yes.
I know we have multiple different petunias. We've got the shortcake blueberry petunia down there, and we grow very many different colors and varieties.
What's your favorite plant?
Probably the Wandering Dew right there.
That's a pretty one. What about the other two of you?
I love a good marigold. I like the pop of the orange. It looks really pretty.
Okay, all right.
I love the ferns. I think they're so pretty to just
Classic.
hang.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. And what about you two ladies?
Well, last year I got some begonias. They were a flowering begonia vine, ivy vine.
Yes.
And then they grew purple flowers, and they're so pretty. In fact, I took some inside, and I'm going to hopefully put them back outside for this year. But I'll probably go buy some more.
Yeah, what about you?
Well, I don't have a green thumb, so I'm going to say anything that lives.
You know what?
That won't die.
I would totally agree
That's
with
why
you.
we got
Look,
succulents this year.
Succulent.
there you go.
Perfect.
Something
They'll
perfect
take
for
care of
everyone.
themselves.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, well, don't miss this Ozark Spring Indoor Market, April 5th, right?
Right.
Where is it at?
It's at the OIC, the Ozark Innovation Center, 1600 East Jackson,
Okay.
Ozark, Missouri.
What
10
time does it
a.m.
start? 10 a.m.?
10 a.m.
10 to 4.
And don't be late, because the best plants are going to go first.
You heard her. Don't be late. All right, ladies, thank you so much for being here. What an incredible event, and we'll be right back here on Unscripted.
Thank you.